here he comes knocking like, hey girl, I'm back. Like, let me come get a room. And when you cut off all the entry points, all the access, all the entry, like, then he can't come in. And so just having that constant covering, getting into his presence, worshiping, praising, even when you don't feel like it, even when you feel like I need to wait until something good has happened. Girl, you better worship while you're snot nose crying, because you're giving the enemy a little bit of an inch when you start to give him credit for how you feel. Like, oh no, the enemy is just trying to, no, God is doing something in you and it hurts, and that's okay, because really what he's doing is taking you out of a dead place. Like, there is a resurrecting that's happening. There's something that is that, like, the other things are dying and he's trying to bring you back to life. Like, and so things in you are dying, so it's painful, because you take hits to your ego, you take hits to relationships, you take hits to a lot of different areas, but God always heals and soothes those areas. He's like, girl, like, you don't even understand how much more I have for you. And so I think that is really what I would say to anyone who's going through anything like that. First, you need to discern where you are at. Like, discern the word that was spoken from God, or with someone that you know had a word from the Lord about where you're supposed to be. Discern that and see, okay, am I supposed to be turning from something, or am I supposed to be enduring something? What I was going through, it was a little bit of both. I was supposed to be turning away from a lot of stuff, but I also was supposed to be enduring and going through this fire, because where I was, it was uncomfortable, but it forced me to start to read my word, to start to pray, start to war, because it was getting very, very intense. And so, like, that was where I guess, like, my armor kind of activated. Like, it says to put on the full armor of God, and like you start reading the word and like allowing the word of God to be like your sword, and like all of this stuff. So I was like just going for the word. I was going for all of that, and that's what really was the beginning of I guess like my faith reigniting, and like just like crazy blind faith, and just saying yes, but you have to love God more than the outcome.